How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. So I heard that the Marvel trailer for Daredevil Season 3 was released, and haven't seen it yet, so I figured I'd share the reaction with everybody. I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies, and as well as the Netflix Marvel television shows. Where for the most part, the movies they try to appeal to the largest possible audience. And they play it safe for the most part. The Netflix Marvel shows have not been afraid to be very violent and dark. They're definitely made for an older audience. Yet I never get the feeling that they're trying to be too over the top and sensational, just because they can. Look, the world these heroes live in, it's a very gritty, violent, and unforgiving place, filled with an awful criminal element that has no problem taking advantage, of innocent people, and carrying out despicable acts. Just to achieve their end goal by any means. They're pretty much just like ordinary scumbags and criminals, that we have to deal with in the real world. And because of that, there's more of a relatability to the shows for the Marvel Netflix shows, in a sense, just because, it's easy to wrap your head around, the Russian mafia as opposed to an alien invasion. These shows, they've been running for years now, and Daredevil is the crown jewel of the Netflix Marvel shows. Let's face it, he's, Daredevil is the Iron Man for this part of the cinematic universe. He started it all, and for the most part, his series has been the strongest of them all. Last we saw Matt Murdock, was in the Defenders. He was waking up in a bed in a convent. And he was all battered and bruised and bleeding and scabbed over, and he had bandages all over the place. So that's where we left the character off last time. These series, they come out and you binge watch them, and then it takes like a year and a half for the next season to come out, and you forget where the hell you were the last time you were with these stories. That's the case now. That's the world that we're living in with networks like Netflix. And Amazon Prime and stuff like that, where binge watch, and you do a whole season in an evening. You can if you're crazy enough. So that's pretty much it. Look, as far as what I like to see going into season 3, I'm really curious to see who they bring back. I'm assuming we're going to get the Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. He's been fantastic. He's been just so good. One of the best villains, whether it's the large or small screen, that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has given us. I don't know if we're going to see Elektra. Are we going to get Stick maybe in some kind of a flashback episode? And will any other Defenders make an appearance? At this point, all of the shows should have at least one episode where there's a crossover character, kind of like Luke Cage with the Iron Fist coming in for an episode. It just makes sense. With all the world building that they've done, that there should be crossover episodes. Even bring back the Punisher for one episode. That would be really cool to see, since this was the series that kind of launched that series onto its own. John Bernthal, he just owned that character as far as I was concerned. Now, I'm not sure if this season's going to have less episodes. I haven't heard that, but if it does, like Iron Fist did, it had 10 episodes as opposed to 13. Is it going to be the same budget as it would be for 13 episodes as it would for 10? And if it is the same budget, are we going to get more effects? Are we going to get more, more dramatic and more epic fight scenes? Are we going to get maybe a couple of nice visual effects shots, more of the Daredevil world on fire vision, the way that he sees the world? We'll see how that all plays out. Of all the shows, Daredevil seems to suffer the least from having, kind of a limited television budget. Maybe second to Punisher, since, that's straight up, gunplay and violence. Not a lot of superpowers going on there, unless your superpower is extreme violence. So, anyway, without further ado, let's jump into this trailer and see what we got going on. All right, let's check it out. And here we go.
I used to listen to people.
He's back in his black gear.
That's what I was trying to do, was help people. But I was fooling myself. Darkness only responds to darkness. I'm Daredevil.
I have made many mistakes.
Yes.
But I accept the debt I'm paying because of them.
So good. D'Onofrio is so good.
Me.
What is it you're saying?
I want to make a deal.
Augie.
He's claiming to have changed, but they don't know him like I do.
The last time that we spoke, you threatened me. That is something that I cannot forgive.
I'll stop him for good this time.
There's only one way to stop me, but you're not going to do it.
You sure about that?
Oh, there's another hallway fight.
Just be careful that you don't become the monster.
Because I've tried to make this city a better place. I will tell the world who you really are. Someone who's now showing his true colors.
Sometimes you have to hurt one person for the greater good.
The city needs a new villain. I think I might have found him. Daredevil is our true public enemy.
There we go.
According to eyewitnesses, the brutal attack has been carried out by none other than Daredevil.
Whoa.
Who are you?
I'm Daredevil.
Nice. That looks awesome. Holy jeez. That looks great. Delivering the goods. Daredevil. It definitely looks I mean, Matt Murdock doesn't seem to be playing around. He doesn't have his suit, but somebody else does. Now the rumors are it could be Bullseye, right? That's the guy. So wow, this looks like it's going to be really, really good. Again, Daredevil shows why it's the strongest of the bunch as far as Marvel is concerned. It looks like Matt Murdock's gone to a dark place. It looks extremely violent, and there's some dark undertones there. Kingpin is playing a game. He's manipulating the narrative. It just looks really, really great as far as this Marvel Netflix cinematic universe is concerned. I'd really like to see D'Onofrio be the one character as a villain that breaks out and goes on over to the actual cinematic universe in a feature movie, maybe up against Spider-Man. That would be really great. And I wouldn't mind Daredevil showing up in that same Spider-Man movie if that should ever happen for some reason. Anyway, oh man, I can't wait. This is going to be a great season. It looks like it. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you psyched for this season? That got me. I was there the whole way. So let's see what we end up having, man. Feel free to post your comments down below. And look, if it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe as well. If not, hey man, that's cool too. But like the video if you can, and just make a brief comment. And look, I am a big Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. I will admit I've not read a lot of I've not read the comics. It's one thing I regret now as an adult. I didn't grow up reading the comics. So I do try to read up on new superhero characters when they come in and when they create new movies and new shows. So I don't like to go in completely blind. But feel free to add a little bit more in the comment section of background and whatever the case may be. Let's all learn from each other, right? I mean, why not? That's what a community does, this YouTube community. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. Hope you're all having a great weekend. And as always, have a great day. Be happy, be safe, be healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.